Sympathy doesn't pay my bills. I'm not apologizing for protecting an investment. You got evicted because you didn't pay. When income stops and the expenses don't, I got to make business decisions. Sympathy doesn't pay my bills. I'm not apologizing.
My landlord says I have 24 hours to clean up my hoard before I get evicted. Apparently, I'm a hoarder. I was unaware of this. I thought hoarder houses were like actually messy, but okay. We can agree to disagree. I'm pretty sure that this bag has my dead grandfather's pee on it. In his final days, he liked to use the house as a litter box. He won't be missed. Oh, and I made these magnets. Let me know if you want to buy one. Then I listened to Blueface's Tatiana and got to work. I'm really proud of myself because I set a goal and I accomplished it. The house looks so much better. I'm so excited to show you. Look! Oh my goodness, it looks so much better in here. The only thing wrong with it is the Christmas tree. And my boyfriend says that he's gonna put it up soon, so don't worry. Between you and me, I'm too big to go down the stairs normally, but look how great downstairs looks. And our gaming area is clean. Look, even Lightning McQueen's happy. Ka-chow! There's a few minor improvements we can make, but we could probably do that next month.
She says she's too big to go down the stairs. Quick detour here, because I see her off on the side. She has another video. It says she's trying to be healthy. And do you know what she tried to make in order to try to be healthy? Let's just take a detour. Let's look. Look at this.
Making a salad right now out of a Big Mac. Big Mac.
Making a Big Mac salad.
Making a salad right now out of a Big Mac. Big Mac and French fry salad. I'm on a health journey and tonight I'm making a healthy choice. I got this salad maker. This isn't junk food, this is healthy. Put healthy things in the top and it comes out a salad. Honey mustard.
This is
Got it
insane.
greased and primed. Salad out of French fries.
What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? She says she's on a health journey. She's making a Big Mac salad. She done put fries in the blender. She done put a whole Big Mac in the blender. And she thinks that's healthy. All right, let's get back on track. Y'all, but before we do, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. It's literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, then you might as well just click that like button. And also if you could hype as well.
People be telling me to call 211 or whatever for help. Yeah, let me tell you something. I called 211 and I have like a helper or whatever, a PRP representative or whatever. She been calling places too to try to give me this little bit of rent money that I can give them or whatever. This $2,900. She been calling everywhere. I've been calling 211 like shit. And then like people who was asking me about my baby daddy, bitch, my baby daddy just started his job. Like he got a good ass job. He just started that bitch. So his job, his first date was on Friday, y'all. Like, bitch, calm down. Like, calm down. If he had it, I would be set. Like, you feel me? And he don't live with me. He got his own bills, his own place. And I wanted it that way. I wanted to live on my own. And I like that he live on his own. And, you know, eventually we're going to move in together. You feel me? For the baby. You know, like.
Eventually we're going to move in together for the baby. What? You have a 2-month-old and you're about to get evicted. You owe $3,000 in rent. Why'd y'all have a baby if he's just now getting a job? So many questions are coming up. We still got more to watch, so I'm hoping she's going to answer some of it, but and then she says she's choosing to live alone right now. Meanwhile, she has been delinquent on her rent in excess of $3,000.
Wanted to live on my own, and I like that he live on his own. And you know, eventually we're gonna move in together. You feel me? For the baby. Um, you know, like when we feel like we both, you know, but he
What?
has his own responsibilities.
We don't know. Tell us when we feel we both what? Because you already both felt like conceiving a child and making a permanent decision. So with all due respect, ma'am, it's really not about how y'all feel anymore. What's supposed to be happening is what's best for the child. And honestly, on a practical level and on a practical scale, it sounds like it would be best for you too, because you're about to get evicted and you owe 3 grand in rent. So it sounds like that is the perfect scenario. It sounds like that's something that you all are open to. So you all need to pull the trigger before you keep putting self-inflicted wounds on yourself. And before you get an eviction on your record, you need to consolidate things and you need to come together. And I think what you'll find is life will get a lot easier. But honestly, it doesn't even seem like she's really moving with urgency, even with this circumstance looming over her head in the form of an eviction. It sounds like you're going to have to be forced to move in together anyway. If you get evicted, what is your baby father going to let you live with under a bridge with a 2-month-old? Oh my goodness, man. Some of the logic that people just be out here moving with.
Move in together, you feel me, for the baby. Um, like when we feel like we both, but he has his own responsibilities, he take care of his home with his dad and shit like that. So, it's a whole thing behind that. Like, you feel me, he can't just
Mm.
leave his obligations to come, take care of my home. Like, you feel me? So yeah, but
What?
as far as like everything that I asked that man to buy, he buy it. So yeah. But what the fuck was I saying?
These be the priorities. Priorities all wrong. Is he taking care of his dad or do he live with his dad? That's number one. Second off, if we were to allocate the priorities in their proper order, if he decided to have a baby and start a family, basically, even though we don't just get together and be a family, it seems like y'all have somewhat of a good respect level. It seems, I mean, you're being very respectful of his boundaries and everything. So it sounds like this could actually be harmonious and this could work if y'all come together. It obviously was able to work good enough for y'all to have a child and carry it all the way through and still have somewhat of an amicable relationship up to this point. But, ma'am, if he decided to have a child and he has a 2-month-old child, you're probably still a little vulnerable after conceiving the child. His responsibility, I don't care what's going on with his dad, it's not his dad. His responsibility, first and foremost, is to you all and his family and to making sure that y'all are straight. And then he can do anything extracurricular after that. But it sounds like you're about to end up under a bridge. So that needs to be priority number one. I'm not understanding this. Why are we even doing these things? Why are we making these permanent decisions? And clearly, we're not ready. Clearly, we haven't set anything in place.
It's like everything that I asked that man to buy, he buy it. So yeah. But what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah. It's like y'all, like I've been calling 211. 211 ain't doing shit but giving me numbers to places that don't answer the phone. Like
211.
literally every place that I called, they did not answer the phone. Then DSS, somebody told me to do that. Y'all, they denied me for every fucking thing. They denied me for every motherfucking thing. And then the only thing that they approved was food stamps. They gave me $83 in food stamps, and of course WIC. Like $83 ain't shit. WIC ain't shit for real. They give me what is it? 7 cans. 7 cans. Similac. That little 7 cans of Similac don't do shit for the whole month. I real life have to buy him a can in between anyway. That's where most of my money be going to. I be spending like $60 on cans of milk and shit. So yeah, that's like, I don't know if it's because I live in PG.
So now we see why the urgency isn't there. Now we're able to understand why the urgency isn't there. Because she feels entitled to benefits now and outside help from outside organizations and even the federal government. And now we see. And that may even give indication of why she doesn't want to live with him or why they're trying to space this out. She may already be on a waiting list right now to try to get Section 8. And so, what a lot of times people try to do, what I found is in order to speed these things up, a lot of times they need to get evicted and then they need to end up in a shelter for a little while. And I think sometimes that can put them further on the priority list for some of these programs, and they're willing to kind of go through that initial hardship in order to accelerate the amount of time it's going to take for them to ultimately get approved on the program. Because if they don't do that, then they face the potential of waiting years before their application may ultimately get up to the front of the line. That's what it seems like, because the obvious option would be for you and your baby father to just come together and work together. I'm just not understanding. It's clear that some people just need to not have any autonomy over their life, because some of the stuff they do, they think makes sense. And we're allowing this to be someone who's going to be over the next generation, raising them. And the next generation is going to come out here with her goofiness passed down. And we just keep on kicking the can down the road. The new generations are supposed to get better and better. It's not supposed to get goofier and goofier.
$50, $60 on cans of milk and shit. So yeah, that's like, I don't know if it's because I live in PG. I live in Hyattsville. I don't know if it's because I live in Hyattsville, but benefits ain't shit out here. Like Montgomery County, I know that they like way better than where I live at. I should have just stayed my ass in Montgomery County, because PG ain't shit with their benefits. Like dead ass. I even called the Salvation Army. Them motherfuckers talking about something they don't got no funding. I called this one place.
So this ain't the first time she done got benefits. It sounds like this is her first child. And she already knows what benefits are like in other localities and jurisdictions. So she was using it even when she didn't have a child. So what might that give indication of? What she found out is she really didn't get much benefits, but probably her preconceived notion beforehand was that once she has this child, she's going to get all type of benefits. And she's finding out, ma'am, even on the scale of assistance, you're still at the bottom of the totem pole. It's women out here with 7, 8, 9 kids. One is not that bad in comparison to some of the scenarios that we run across.
Funded. I called this one place. I called the churches and all of that. They talking about something they don't have funding. So I don't know. Like I don't know, y'all. Like I really don't know. You okay, Papa? You burped? Okay. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. Like at this point, I'm gonna just take my L, and this will be a lesson learned. Never have a fucking baby. That's it. That's it. Don't ever have a baby.
See, she thought it was gonna. She said it was a lesson learned. Never have a baby. She thought it was gonna, something in her mind thought it was gonna be sweet when she had a baby, and all of a sudden it was gonna open her up to all these programs and all this help. And now, look, people be having babies just for benefits. This is crazy. Now she doesn't get the benefits that she thought she was gonna get, and now her lesson learned: don't have a baby. So that's why you had the baby. That's why you had the baby. It's so clear. It's so clear. Ma'am, at least it's only one. I really don't think you need that one. But moving forward, your action steps are you and your baby father need to get together, and you need to stay with that man as bad as you want to breathe. Because I don't know what's going through your mind. You don't seem very capable. I don't think you need any children right now. But you need to stay with that man as bad as you need to breathe, and you need to keep it very harmonious, and y'all need to just continue to do life together. But it's funny. People will have impossible situations. They will create impossible living situations, as far as I done seen women, like I said, who will make it work living with 8, 9 kids. But then when it comes to just staying in a harmonious situation with a man with 1 kid, that seems like mission impossible. They're like, oh, I don't know if I can pull that off. Y'all be out here having all these kids, and you can pull off being able to somehow survive with them, but you can't find a way to just cooperate with a man, with one, or with none. Incredible.
All right, TikTok, come with me in Atlanta to evict these folks out my house. First of all, let's see how they left it.
It says evicting tenants out of my house, Atlanta edition.
First of all, let's see how they left it. Coins on the floor. I see a Balenciaga bag, but you can't pay rent. But you got Balenciaga?
Oh, wow.
Look like there's some marijuana
Wow.
on the table. Louis Vuitton wallpaper, but no rent. I just had to take the trash out. There was a lot of trash right here. They just broke my laundry door. How y'all leave a place like this? You just leaving everything? They took the camera off. Probably took it off for a reason, doing some illegal activity. Let's go upstairs. See how upstairs looks. What in the world? Popcorn. It's not too bad. Oh my God, what is this? Oh, wow. What is this? How does it get so dirty?
Brother, stop nitpicking, bro. You came out good compared to some of these other evictions that we see. He has no idea how bad it could have been. You saw that little hole in the wall? Man, imagine if he'd have had a tenant like some of these other people where they maliciously put all type of holes in the wall. They rip down the ceiling fan, everything. Take your cabinets out. He nitpicking over some little stuff, man. This is going to be an easy turnaround.
Wow. What is this? How does it get so dirty? What do y'all think? Is it bad? Could it have been worse? Another hole in the ceiling. What is going on? They got in the backyard. Oh, they left their paintbrushes there. Nothing too shabby. Whoa. I did not see this. Come on, bro. Garage is filthy. There's just stuff everywhere. Bro, what were y'all doing? I'm gonna say this. Atlanta is probably one of the worst places to do real estate.
All right, man. Why is the music building up louder and louder? But it doesn't get more ironic than that. I want to just focus on this. I don't want to focus on the condition of the house. He's nitpicking. He actually has a very nice property. Shout out to him. But how ironic is it that whoever was living in that property, they got evicted, right? They got evicted. And this is the type of things that I always talk about when I talk about evictions and priorities not in order and people just not being able to have concessions with what they want to do and what they want to have and experience versus actually making sure that they prioritize their living necessities. It doesn't get no more ironic than the fact that as soon as he walked in, he saw a fresh Balenciaga bag on the floor. A fresh Balenciaga bag on the floor. So let me get this straight. You've got evicted from your home, your shelter, and you was just at the mall buying Balenciaga. But yet, it's the worst economy. It's the worst economy, but it's definitely people out here just making horrible financial decisions. See, the reason why you can't survive in the worst economy is because you didn't save anything for a rainy day in the best economy. I guarantee there was opportunities. It's clearly opportunities still in the present right now if you can go and afford Balenciaga. Let's just take it this way. Even if you're not paying your rent, and let's say you're being malicious and you're being intentional with the fact that instead of you paying this rent, you want to actually keep it. You're taking advantage. You're saying I want that money in my pocket. So I know that it's going to take XYZ months to get me up out of here. So I'm just going to save my money instead of paying rent, and then I'm going to go find somewhere else because I've already consciously made the decision that I don't want to live here anymore. That is still malicious and that is still unethical. But let's say that's what you're doing. They clearly weren't paying rent, but they were still shopping. So it's possible that they didn't even take full advantage of the situation with not paying rent, and they were just still consuming instead of just making sure that they stack all that money, and that when that eviction gets on their record, at least it's going to be worth it for what you were able to save. I guarantee they didn't save if they was just at the mall buying Balenciaga. And these are the ways that we self-sabotage our own lives. And then when it finally hits its max, and then we run out of options and we got nowhere else to go, then we want to come and we want to make it someone else's problem or someone else to save us. We want to apply to all the government assistance programs in every locality jurisdiction when there were clear opportunities and there were clear decisions that we made intentionally, but then we don't want to take responsibility.
I'm being evicted. That's what this letter said that was left on my door. Either pay or vacate. Why is it that we're all just considered a number and not a person that you can talk to anymore? The place that I rent from, I've been renting from them for 6 years now and never had any issues once in the 6 years I've rented. I pay my bills on time every month, no issues. Poor communication is all over, and there is no need to have this letter on my door saying that I either pay or vacate. Why is it so difficult to pick up a phone and have a conversation with somebody so that the lines don't get crossed the wrong way and the wrong information is put out? I know why, because we're just a number. I just wanted to come on here and vent a little, but I'd love to hear from anybody else who might have the same problems. Leave me a comment.
Ma'am, the phone line works both ways. The communication works both ways. The same way you're saying that they should have picked up the phone and let you know before you got that letter on your door saying pay or vacate is the same way you should have called them and let them know beforehand that you can come up with your rent on time. It sounds like she's probably just a few days late for whatever the reason. And obviously, entities, landlords, and corporations are not playing anymore with people, especially post COVID, where we had the shelter in place. And there were people who were definitely taking advantage of that. So they're not playing anymore. The jig is up. As soon as they see any indication that you're not going to pay your rent, they're not going to allow you to get months behind, years behind. They're going to get you out of there right now. It's a lot of organizations and companies that still have to recoup, even from that period when people didn't have to pay. And so they have very small margins. But ultimately, the phone works both ways. Why couldn't you communicate and let them know you couldn't pay it? I'm going to be honest. I don't think it would have changed anything. I think you still would have got that notice because that doesn't do anything for me. You telling me you're going to pay it. Okay, well, we're still going to put this notice on your door because this is what the courts say. And if you don't pay it, whenever that time comes, then we'll go ahead and file the next thing. But evictions are a time-consuming process, so you want to strike while the iron is hot. The earlier, the better that you do all the steps. So at this point, it's automatic, man. It's not that you're a number. It's just that they have systems in place because they've probably been burned enough times to where they've had to create some type of standardization to be able to mitigate against the risk of people just telling them whatever. Ma'am, just say you were scared. I get it. You got that letter on the door. You've probably never got it before. Some people misconstrue a notice to pay with the actual eviction notice. So she probably just got scared. It's just her. She's doing it on her own. She got scared. That's okay. Don't let it happen again. And now you know. to communicate. Coming online, I don't know why people feel the need to have to just come online and vent. Listen, man, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help nothing. This isn't gonna save you. Just handle your responsibilities and take the steering wheel of your own life.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a brother. Hold on. Wait a second. The caption says, I'm getting evicted from my place and I'm asking for help. You're asking for help. Okay, let's see.
Yo, it's Motion the Mac. I'm getting evicted, kicked out of my place, and the only way I could really find somewhere to live is if you all stream my song I just released yesterday called Think About You featuring him. Hopefully that'll give me enough money to at least get a month rent somewhere. I don't know. Tell me what you think.
Wait a second, brother. Wait a second. What you mean you just released it yesterday? Why you wasn't working yesterday? You talking about you're getting evicted and you need help. And you just released your new hit single yesterday. How did you have time to release anything yesterday? And you getting evicted? Again, the priorities. And then how are you even having time to make music and your bills aren't paid? You don't get to go to the studio if home isn't taken care of. There's so many people with these dreams of trying to become either content creators, rappers, ultimately entertainers. You got to make sure that you get stable first. I tell you. So stream his music.
Tell me what you think.
You understand that? Sir, I'm trying to be very nice. In front of my daughter. We'll keep being.
I'm going to be skipping through. I want to hear a little bit of it. I'm going to be skipping through. Not that I don't think he trademarked it. I mean, I probably wouldn't have to worry about anything copyright. I doubt. Listen, if you got it trademarked and all this type of stuff and you're spending your money on that, then you really need to get the dog ish smacked out of you, man. Not paying your rent, but you done trademarked your song and licensed your song.
Views from the Pope, I can't view a ceiling. To reach and touch the sky with a hell of a feeling. You all up withdrawals got me feeling like I'm fiending. In a song, life is a game, guess that's why I'm player. Sugar.
Life is a game, yeah. Okay, so that's at least he's true to his music. He said life is a game, and that's why he's playing. Go ahead, brother. Keep playing if you want to. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That music, you're not getting out of the hood with that. All right. So it's time to get practical. It's time to get sensible. It's time to get a job. And it's time to start working towards a career, ideally a profession. And you need to either go to the military or you need to get a trade or something. Because that wasn't good. No. That was the epitome of trash. And I'm not trying to be rude or whatever, but it's some people who need to get the honest truth like that. His friends will be wise to tell him that so that he can stop wasting his time and ultimately stop wasting his life. You're about to get an eviction on your record. That holds weight and that's going to cripple you and that's going to make it hard for you to find somewhere else. That's going to stay on your record for at least 7 years. It's time to get practical, man. If you go around anywhere, man, everybody wants to be a rapper. It's oversaturated. It's just not profitable. You could become the biggest thing ever. And most of these famous rappers are still broke. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. This is just getting sad at this point. But y'all, we're going to leave it there for the day. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype, and hype was designed for small channels. So that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days, and hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also, if you want to become a member of the channel, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments, where it shows people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content, and you would also even get exclusive content that is not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join buttons on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.